Hey guys, Sticky to Maine, Deboo.com with a Deboo.com forecast update on 90L Invest. This update effective around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, May 24th, 2018. You can see the beginning phase of the evolutionary process coming together in the Gulf of Mexico. If you look at the satellite visible loops here, you can start to see the counterclockwise rotation starting to fill the Gulf of Mexico while the system is still down in here near the Gulf of Honduras under the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula. National Hurricane Center now, as of 8 o'clock this morning, has put an 80% chance of development on 90L Invest, and chances are increasing on tropical cyclone Alberto coming inside of 5 days. The National Hurricane Center 72-hour surface forecast showing area of low pressure 1,004 millibar in the central Gulf of Mexico. Latest 96-hour surface map out of the Ocean Prediction Center showing possible tropical cyclone right in here in the northern Gulf. And the overnight run of the European model, again, showing a landfall of an area of low pressure in here between the Florida Panhandle and Louisiana coast. Now, I got to tell you, folks, that a Category 1 hurricane cannot be ruled out. I can't tell you that one is going to develop. You can't tell me one can't. With that said, please refer to the National Hurricane Center at www.hurricanes.gov for all official watches and warnings. If watches and warnings are issued for your area, please heed the advice of your local, county, state, emergency management officials. In the overnight, the GFS has come back towards the west now, and there's evidence in the satellite imagery this morning that the GFS may be onto something, folks. We'll show you that here in just a minute. Let us zoom in on this system here, and let's drop down because it looks really impressive this morning. And that's why we made the comment about a Cat 1 hurricane. And you can see, here's the Invest right in here, and it's got a nice loop coming off this backside in here. So the flow is like this, right? And then look at this deepening convection in here. Now, part of the thing that's inhibiting this, and we'll get into more of this as the season goes on, but it's the land interaction. You know, if this area of low pressure was out over here, over open water, you know, right now it can't suck up any moisture off the land. So the convection is exploding on the east side of it because the center is located right here. Then we start to look for track, guys, and here's where it gets tricky. But we move up just a little bit further and we look at the tip up in here. We know the system's going to move north into the Gulf of Mexico. We've got official forecast maps that tell us so. And then where's the next spot that it's going to go? Well, we can see it coming off here. It's likely going to move up into here. But the Euro shows a wiggle overnight in here. The GFS comes west, and it's because of here. GFS wants to take it and bring it here, okay, while the Euro continues on bringing it up and turning it to the left because of what's happening in this northwest quad over here, sucking it down in. Okay, switch you over to last night's run of the Euro, folks, and this is where it gets really interesting. So we've been talking about in our video updates that we're in a repetitive pattern, meaning that the same things that are occurring now is happening again 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days later. And so this is what we've been hinting at in our updates. All right, so you'll watch low pressure move to the center of the Gulf of Mexico. Here is that wiggle towards Louisiana coast. Up, and then now another late season storm develops off Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. It's going to try to attach to the tail. You know, we've been talking about sometimes areas of low pressure want to attach themselves to the tail of the front. Watch what happens here. Towards the Outer Banks, off the Outer Banks and now starts to intensify. This is the Euro, not the GFS. Now, when we get into this right here, where's the next front going to end up? And what process did we just talk about? Watch tail ends of fronts for an area of low pressure to develop. The Euro is showing the first two strong tropical waves coming off the African coast. Give me a second here. There's one. Here comes two, and that's at 10 days. The first one comes off in about 5 days. The second one in about 10 days. And then we go back into that same repetitive pattern. So here's Euro at plus 240. We go back and we look for round the corner. Tropical wave moving through the eastern Caribbean. The vorticity spin on the main wave axis gets into here, spins up into here, and the GFS, although everyone has knocked the GFS outside of 10 days, is now showing tropical development, same repetitive nature of what we just saw, going through again. So if this turns into Alberto, another shot coming up at possible barrel. That's all we got for you for now. We're going to try and start cutting down our videos on time. Check the website, Debu.com. We do post still images and add more info to our website. So please, take the time to read our stuff. And thanks for following.